Dear students, welcome to the Learning Management System, Commissioner of Collegiate Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Let me introduce myself. I am Lieutenant Dr. G. Ranganatham, LMS Presenter, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government College, Autonomous, Anantapura. In this video lesson, I am going to explain material control and its objectives and advantages. By the end of this session, students are able to understand the meaning and importance of material control, dimensions and aspects of material control, and also the objectives and advantages of material control. These are the learning outcomes of this lesson. Introduction to material control. As we already know, the material is the single largest element of the total cost. In the last lesson, we come to know that there is 60% of the material cost is occupying in total cost. Hence, it is very essential to have a efficient system to control the material expenses, and that leads to the controlling of total cost and increasing the revenue of the concern. So it is very essential for any firm to establish efficient system of material controlling in any organization. And also this involves planning, organizing, controlling the procurement, storage and usage of materials so as to achieve the efficiency and economy of the organization. So here basically what we observe in this material controlling, all the functions of the management. We can see the functions of management in the material controlling process. That is, one is planning, organizing, controlling the procurement and also storage and usage of materials so as to achieve the objectives of the economy. And also the cost accounting system cannot become effective without proper and efficient control of materials. And an efficient system of material control leads to a significant decrease in the total cost. This material control is accomplished through the functional organization and assignment of responsibility to the individuals and or to the departments, and documentary evidences obtained in various stages of operations. These are all things when we are performing in an organization, it is very easy to control the material wastages. And also this aspect of material control involves recording of all movements of materials. Particularly this material control aspect is recording of material movements from the acquisition and to the utilization of materials. That means from the beginning of the purchase of materials and also at the end of the usage of materials by the production department. And this also requires the systematic preparation of periodic reports of the materials. Otherwise it is difficult without having proper periodic reports. Now the meaning of material control. In simple words, material control is a systematic over the purchasing, storing and using of materials so as to have the minimum possible cost of materials. It means the material control is nothing but a systematic control on the purchasing of materials, storing, using of materials, and for what the reason we are doing all these things. to minimize the possible cost of materials. The basic importance behind the material control is to minimize the possible expenses which are incurred for the materials. That is the basic importance and essence behind the material control. On the dimensions of material control, there are two dimensions of material control. One is quantity or unit control. Another one is rupee or financial control. Quantity or unit control is nothing but managing or controlling the quantity in the organization. This is going to be looking after by the production executive and storekeeper are interested in quantity control because their interest is to see that there should be a sufficient stock in the organization and not to face the stock out problem, and that leads to the successful continuous production process. When there is a stock out position or no stock position which is happening in the firm, in any firm, that leads to the interruption of the production process. That is the reason why this production executive and storekeeper always taking care of materials, sufficient materials for the production process. And another aspect is rupee or financial control. This financial control is looking after by the financial executives. Their interest is not to invest too much money into the materials, and every rupee spent in materials should be efficiently and effectively utilized. This is their objective. That means financial control is looked after by the financial executives. Their main objective is not to invest much money into the materials. Unnecessary investing in the material is going to loss to the firm. That is the reason why they don't want to spend unnecessary investment into the materials. This that means these financial executives are trying to reduce the investment in material, but whereas production executive is trying to keep the sufficient material not to interrupt the production process. These are the two different objectives of the different persons in same organization. Both are working for the improvement of the performance. In both their aspects are differs, but even though both are correct, both the individuals are working for the increasing of the performance of the firm. And the aspects of material control. These aspects of material control also divided into two parts. That is, one is accounting aspect, another one is operational aspect. This accounting aspect is concerned with the maintenance of documentary evidences for each and every movement of materials at all these stages. That means an accounting system has to be established. This accounting system has to maintain the proper documentary evidences for the movement of materials from each and every stage. That means from the beginning at the time of purchase of raw materials to the by the end of the production process. This accounting department has to maintain properly the books of accounts so that it is very easy to control the material wastages. And another aspect is operational aspect. This operational aspect is concerned with the maintenance of material supplies at a level so as to ensure that material is available for use in production and production services as and when it is required. That means this operational aspect is trying to see the sufficient materials are available in the firm for the production as well as the production process as and when it is required by minimizing investment into the materials. Basically, this operational aspect is looking into the two aspects to keep the material sufficiently and at the same time to minimize the investment in materials. Hence, this operational aspect is looking into the two aspects. What are the two aspects? One is minimizing investment in materials and also trying to keep the materials sufficiently for the production and production process without interrupting the production process. These are the aspects of material control. After knowing the material dimensions and aspects of the material control, the students is very easy to understand the objectives of material controlling. The first objective of material controlling is understocking. That means whenever the understocking is happening in any form, that leads to the production stoppage. It is a loss to the firm. That is the reason why this material controlling is always trying to see that there is no understock or no stock out position in the firm. And another objective of this material control is situation of overstocking. This situation of overstocking has to be avoided, because when the overstocking is happening in any form, that leads to the losses instead of profit generation, because unnecessary investments into the material is going to be lost to the firm. That is the reason why this overstocking is not a good for the firm. It is always try to avoid the overstocking position in any organization. The procurement of material with a minimum cost. That means this, whenever the material is procured, it is to be procured with minimum cost. The cost which is incurred for the procurement of material is two types of cost. Number one, carrying cost. Another cost is ordering cost. Carrying cost and ordering cost. This carrying cost and ordering cost are going to be low, so that this total cost is going to be minimum. This total cost, when it is going to be minimum for the procurement of material, that gives profit or revenue generations. And also to minimize the total cost, that means whenever we are in a position to reduce this ordering cost and carrying cost, automatically our total cost will minimize. How to reduce the carrying cost and ordering cost? That is depending upon the suppliers list and the benefits and the reliability of the goods, that is quality of the goods, and all these aspects has to be considered into the taken into the mind, and take the best option among all other alternatives. So, hence, so that our carrying cost and ordering cost are going to be decreased, so that our total cost is going to be minimized. And also avoiding the wastage and losses during the storage and usage. When the raw material, once it is received into the firm, we are supposed to avoid the wastages and losses at the time of storage as well as usage. When we are keeping the raw materials into the warehouse or godowns in the company, we try to take care of all the aspects and try to reduce the wastages, normal wastages in the storage godowns, and also at the time of usage. And also maintain the proper books of records with respect to the inventory. With respect to the inventory, always try to keep the books of records properly, so that it is going to be very helpful for avoiding the wastages and losses. And another thing is providing the information for the management. Whenever the management is looking for the information which is relating to the inventory, the information is going to provide for the necessary information to the managers. That is going to be very useful for the managers to take decisions with respect to the materials. So these are the objectives are going to be happening with the material controlling. Now we will see the advantages of material controlling. The first advantage is continuous supply. This continuous supply will happen whenever the process of ordering or carrying all these things is happening properly. The supply of raw materials into the firm is going to be very easy. When the supply of raw materials is happening successfully and continuously, and this leads to the successful production process. And this continuous supply ensures the required materials are available in the firm. That leads to the without interrupting the production process. And optimum investment. That means investment in inventory considering the operating requirements and financial resources so as to reducing the carrying cost. The investment into the materials is always to be optimum. It is possible with the decreasing of carrying cost and procurement at minimum cost. The raw materials has to be procured at minimum cost and also stores of the required quality at minimum cost from a reliable sources. Minimum total cost. It minimizes the total cost, that is ordering cost and carrying cost. Already we explained about these things in the objectives. And the objectives and advantages of the material control are going to be little similarity is there in between these two. And avoidance of wastages and losses. It is very easy to very easy to avoid the wastages and losses when we are creating the responsibility and accountability for the each and every individuals and each and every department so that we can avoid the wastages and losses in any manufacturing concern. And proper records, it is most important in any firm. The proper records has to be maintained with respect to the materials at the beginning of the entering of the materials into the firm, at the end of the usage of the materials. That means from the purchase of materials to the usage of the materials, all the movements of the materials has to be recorded properly in the books of accounts. That is going to avoid the theft and fraud and wastages and losses. This all the possible with the proper records of books of accounts with respect to the materials. And providing the information, this provides the information, that is required information, to the management so as to help the management in taking various inventory decisions. This is most important factor because when the management wanted to take a decision with respect to the inventory, with respect to inventory means either it may be spare parts or stores or finished goods or whatever it may be, the information provided by the stores department is going to be very useful for the managers to take the decisions. So for providing better information to the managers, it is always necessary to maintain the proper records. Whenever we are in a position to maintain the proper records, it is very easy to us to provide the useful information for the decision making with regard to the inventory management by the managers.